One of the ways you can interact with Azure is through a graphical user interface, otherwise known as the portal. Now, the portal is a web-based interface that allows us the ability to log in and actually manage all of our resources in the Azure environment. Let's go take a look at it. If I were to open up and just go into portal.azure.com, that's going to go ahead and log me in my environment. Now, when I log in here, where it's actually taking me is to what's called the home screen. The home screen gives you a nice overview of places you can go to create resources and navigate into some environments if you wanted to. If you go up here and look at the menu, you'll see that this first stop is the home screen. But where a lot of people enjoy working with the environment is actually in the dashboard. So let's go click on the dashboard for a moment. We'll open that up. Now, the dashboard that we have here is a default dashboard. You can create multiple dashboards in your environment if you want, and you have the ability to customize your dashboards. One of the nice things that you can actually do with this environment is first set the color palette that you prefer to work in. Right, if I were to come up here and click on the settings icon, that's this little gear button right here. Click on that, you'll see we have the ability to choose our themes. Right, so we can go out there and have the basic color theme. We can go out there and have maybe a little bit darker blue if you wanted to, kind of an off gray or even a very dark theme out there. You also have the ability, if you wanted to go high contrast colors if you needed to for visual impairment, for white or black out there, or none as well. So we can choose that. We can choose the default view as well. If I'm going to go to the portal, portal.azure.com, and really the dashboard's where I want to work, I can go ahead and say, you know what, from now on when I come here, make the dashboard the default view instead of going to the home screen and then me switching over to my dashboards. Right, so you can actually choose that default view if you wanted to. And then you can choose the default view for what we call the portal menu. This menu over here, right now it's set to fly out, so it'll just fly out over it. You have the ability to dock it. If you dock it, notice it'll shift everything over a little bit. But a lot of people like the fly out because it gives you more surface to work with in the environment itself. One of the things you can also do with this is you have the ability, right, if we go ahead and clear that off, you have the ability to customize this dashboard. Now, I can edit the existing one, right, and in there I can add different resources and things. Let me go ahead and just to add something as simple as a clock into here, right, and we'll go ahead and add that clock. And now in the clock, I'm going to have a 12-hour clock there and set it to Eastern time. That's fine. And with the clock set up now, right, here it is over here. Maybe I want to move it a little bit. I can actually go out there and move it around and put it where I want it to be within the environment. Right, let's say we'll set it right there. And you'll notice here it's giving me some resolutions. It's showing you based on your screen size, the amount of desktop you might have exposed in that environment. If there was something here you didn't want, you could remove it from the screen if you wanted to. Now we can move the clock up a little bit there. So it gives us the ability to have our own customized dashboard with the things that I want on it. While in this example it may not seem important to you, you'd have the ability to create multiple dashboards. So if you have different applications that you're monitoring, you can actually have a dashboard with the resources of the various applications on them. Instead of having to go through and browse for them to find those resources, you simply go to that dashboard. So it makes managing those applications a lot easier for you. So simple enough to do. Let's go ahead and say done customizing. And here's where I can add a new dashboard. So click on the add a new dashboard button. Right here is my dashboard 2. I could give it, my app. And then I can go out there and add resource groups in here to the environment and start customizing this exactly the way that I want it for that application. So this graphical user interface that we have here gives us a lot of abilities to go out there and interact with the portal, with the Azure service, without having to do anything at the command line and without having to have anything pre-installed on our systems.